The fishing news is brought to you by Shoreline Insurance Agency of Rocky Point, New York.
Hey folks, Fred Golofaro here with this week's video fishing forecast. And it looks like it could be a good weekend. A lot of potential for some very good inshore action if the weatherman cooperates. Blackfish and stripers are probably going to draw the most attention, but there's bluefish, albies, sea bass, porgies. They'll also help keep rods bending. Blackfishing continues to improve as water temperatures drop. Chilly forecast for the end of the week. The weekend's supposed to be pretty cool, maybe even getting into the high 30s at night on Saturday and Sunday, and that should further improve the blackfish action. Best reports this week are coming from South Shore wrecks and reefs. Montauk and that Fisher's Island area has been real good for the North Fork boats. The big blast of stripers off Fire Island last week, that really kind of fizzled out as of Sunday. There have been big bluefish, but there's tons of bait in that area. There's bunker, there's white bait, there's sand eels, so there's a pretty good chance that fishing's going to kick off again. I'd keep an eye on that, and if the weather's okay, it's definitely worth taking a look outside there between Fire Island and Mauritius. Bass hounds are going to be out in force this week regardless. You have the Marine Max Striped Bass Tournament on the weekend. If you'd like a piece of the action, the entry fee is $100, and it includes an awards dinner at the Bayview restaurant. You can sign up at the captain's meeting. That's this Friday night at 7 p.m. down at Marine Max in Lindenhurst. Surfcasters have had a nice pick of striped bass along much of the South Shore through this first part of the week. A few bigger fish in the teens. I've heard of a couple of fish to 25 pounds, but it's been mostly schoolies. Best action has been at dawn or during the night. There's been a lot of fish being picked that night on bucktails, swimming plugs, and tins. If you're going to do some fishing at night, tins painted black have been accounting for quite a few fish. And if you're looking to spice up your surf fishing this weekend, don't forget the South Shore Classic takes place, starts Friday at noon and runs through Sunday at noon, followed by an awards ceremony 12:30 p.m. over at Captree. It's sponsored by us, by the Fisherman, Long Island State Parks, and Captree Bait and Tackle. Entry fee is still just $15, and you have until 9 a.m. to register, and of course, you have to be registered before you can do any fishing. Registration is at Captree Bait and Tackle. They'll be open 24 hours Friday, Saturday, so you can register and weigh fish anytime during the night. Big news from up in the Sound. On Wednesday, a new Connecticut State or potential Connecticut State record blackfish was landed. Weighed 26.8 pounds, 26.6 pounds, depending on which scale they end up going by. It was caught, as I said, on Wednesday, and you can check out the fishing news section of the Fisherman website for more details on that catch. We did get word of some good blackfish action throughout a large part of the Sound, particularly the Connecticut shoreline. The biggest drawback to a cooler full of blackfish fillets is getting green crabs, and that goes for the East End, the South Shore, and the Sound. Seems to be a shortage of green crabs, but if you can get them, you probably put together a nice catch of blackfish. Sea bass and porgies, still plenty of that action up in the Sound. Only problem there might be the forecast is some gusty northwest winds through the weekend. That might put a crimp in the fishing up there. There are still good numbers of tuna, mahi and wahoo out at the canyons, but here again, these winds could create some lumpy conditions when you're running off to the canyons. Until next week, I'm Fred Golofaro for thefisherman.com.
To receive the latest fishing reports, subscribe to the Fisherman's YouTube page. Click subscribe, then click the settings button and check Send Me Updates. You'll now receive notifications of the latest Fisherman YouTube videos and reports. If you're already a subscriber, make sure you've checked Send Me Updates in the settings so you receive the latest notifications.